Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yuan Chao, the president of Markham Unionville Provincial Liberal Association. I now call to the order of Markham Unionville Provincial Liberal Association nomination and candidate presentation meeting. Now, I would like to ask our guest speaker, Ontario Liberal Party President Brian Jones, to make a speech. Brian Jones, it's your turn.
Hi, everyone. It is a sincere pleasure to be here tonight. It's always funny on these Zoom meetings and how you can't see the audience. But whenever I'm have the privilege of being a part of these nomination meetings, I always like to make the call out that it is such an incredibly special evening that I hope that everybody that is on this this Zoom meeting tonight, that we all have the ability to kind of picture all of us together and being able to be in one room and to be able to really appreciate how truly special it really is to be here with Emily tonight and be able to nominate her as our next candidate and next MPP for Markham Unionville. And so I just wanted to start off by saying thank you so much to all the volunteers tonight. In between these nomination meetings, there's a lot of hard work and effort that goes into supporting success, as I like to say. And sometimes too often we breeze past and go directly to the candidate nominations and into all the work that we have ahead. And I just like to pause just for a few minutes and to say thank you to Yan, who very much personifies that volunteerism within Markham Unionville, and say thank you to him and thank you to all the volunteers who have been working so hard on Markham Unionville to make sure that we can arrive here tonight and be in the place that we are to be able to set Emily up for success as she as the writs drop and we look forward to June 2nd. I also want to bring greetings on behalf of our leader, Stephen Del Duca. We have been nominating candidates at an incredible pace, and I think that, as everybody knows, from June past in 2018, we had a lot of rebuilding to do, and so we've had a lot of nominations to be able to attend. And while Stephen couldn't be here tonight, I do bring Stephen's best wishes for everyone who is here tonight, and specifically Emily on this special night. I mentioned Stephen, and the party has gone through some dramatic changes under Stephen's leadership. And before we moved into that leadership in March of 2020, the executive party, along with myself, we worked very hard to make sure that we could get our financial house in order so that when a new leader was nominated, that we would set them up for success and be able to kind of take next steps. And so we had a lot of hard work to do coming out of that June of 2018. And after that leadership race, about 5 or 6 months after, very proud to communicate to everybody that we had paid off those the past debts of the campaign. And what is so exciting about that, and what we don't often realize, is that every single penny that was raised was able to go towards making sure that Doug Ford was a one-term premier. And if we kind of think about our own personal finances and how we manage our household, if you are debt-free, it certainly allows you to make some different decisions. And going into setting up kind of nominations and the rules of procedure and whatnot, one of the things was to look at membership. And so we went through a membership review process. And the outcome of that was ensuring that membership was free. And so as a result of that, over the course of that 2 years, we've seen the membership of the party balloon to well over 100,000 members across the province. And it truly is a grassroots movement that Stephen's leading. Also in that, Stephen campaigned during his leadership, and he spoke about generational change. He spoke about gender parity, and he spoke about having candidates that were truly reflective of the people of Ontario that we wish to represent and we're looking to help lead. And so part of those nominations, rules, and procedures package that was put together very much reflected what Stephen had campaigned on. And as a result, back in, I guess it was July 1st of 2020, the result was rules to ensure that could happen. And I'm very proud to say that that we announced actually just a couple days ago that we are actually going to have more women than men running for the first time in any party's political history. And you know, I always talk about coming from goals from above instead of from down below. And so the nominations team has worked incredibly hard, and those that were on candidate search teams have worked very hard, and it's just something that we can be very proud of as a party. The other thing is that generational change. I think that when you look at the team of our candidates, Mike, if you want to jump in and throw into the chat box there, OntarioLiberal.ca/candidates, you're going to see an incredible team that's going to help lead the province, and it truly is a reflection of the province and a generational change at that. And so, look, so proud that of the success that we achieved with that, with the incredible team that's going to support Stephen. And then the other thing that that I'm proud to share is the fact that our policy and platform process that we went through, we received close to 300,000 different and unique comments, and they were brought forward by close to 30,000 unique individuals. And as a result of that, we took those that kind of boiled to the top, and then we took those comments out to stakeholders, and we very much received the stakeholder feedback, and then being able to take that back in as we look to build. And then from there, our candidates, our amazing group of candidates, then took those refined ideas and went back out and did a listening tour with the stakeholders again, and influencers who would have comments, and we took that back as well. And so what is going to happen as we get closer and closer to the writs dropping, we have the finishing touches on the platform and the policies, and it truly was an organic process that received feedback from not just members of the party, but truly everyday folks across the province. And so it's going to be something that we can be very proud to campaign on. And I think kind of just to kind of bookend it all, if I'm thinking about Stephen, I truly do think that while there's still folks that have yet to meet Stephen, I think that Stephen is going to prove to be the perfect foil to Doug Ford and making sure that he is a one-term premier. When you look at Stephen and you compare him to Ford over these past few years, Ford's chaos is very much driven the province to where it is today. And when you're able to compare with Stephen, I think you're going to see competence that's truly is going to be able to be Doug Ford's foil to his chaos. And so I think that, you know, between an amazing team of candidates such as Emily here tonight, and between our policy and platform, and with Stephen leading, I think you're going to see a fight in this campaign that is going to see success on June 2nd with a 1-2-3 knockout. That is Stephen, that is our policy, and that is our candidates in Emily, who are going to just prove to be an impressive local champion to take the message to the residents. And so with that, I would like to say thank you again to everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for all of your hard work and effort, and thank you for supporting Emily. Emily, congratulations. Enjoy this special night while we're sitting here virtually. Just picture everybody here cheering you on in a big hall, and just enjoy the evening. It's a special evening. Congratulations, Emily.
Thank you, Brian. And regretfully, the former MPP for Markham Unionville, Michael Chen, could not attend tonight's candidate presentation meeting, but he would like to extend his warm wishes to those present this evening and congratulate Emily Lee on her nomination as the Ontario Liberal candidate in Markham Unionville. He looks forward to working closely with her and her team in the coming weeks on the campaign trail. And now, I would like to ask another guest speaker, current Ward 6 Councillor for the City of Markham, and the past Ontario Liberal Party candidate for Markham Unionville, Amanda Colucci, to say a few words. Amanda, please.
Well, thank you very much, Yan. And I just wanted to say congratulations to Emily to be nominated this evening, and to become the official candidates of Markham Unionville in this upcoming election. At the same time, I also wanted to pass on my congratulations to the Liberal Party for committing to put more women in politics. And that is an incredible commitment that the Liberal Party is putting forward to encourage more women to participate in in the political arena, and more importantly, to support your more diverse background and ethnic groups to be the candidates, and also helping them to become the next MPP as well. So I just wanted to say again, congratulations to Emily, and it is as a past candidate, in 2018 for Markham Unionville, I can share with you that it is an incredible experience, and I really enjoyed the entire process. So I'm sure that you will really enjoy it too, and I have full confidence that you'll run a really amazing campaign and to become the next MPP in Markham Unionville. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Amanda. And now it is the nomination portion of the meeting. The only person who have been included in the approved nomination plan of this constituency association and executed all documents in accordance to the Ontario Liberal Party's constitution and nomination rules and fill them with the nomination commissioner following the course of this meeting are eligible for the nomination. There is one person eligible to be nominated. I now call upon Mr. Gordon Lam to nominate your Liberal candidate and speak for a few words.
Hi, good evening. My name is Gordon Lam, and I'm an OLP member in the riding of Markham Unionville. I'm also the president of the Chinese Canadian Association, a Chinese Canadian Liberal Association. It's great to see Emily to step up to take the challenge to represent the OLP. So, and I've got a chance to talk to Emily and found that she has very good experience in running business in this riding, and she also cares about the community. Since she's been vetted and green lighted by the party, I would like to nominate Emily Lee to be the Markham Unionville candidate of for the MPP in the in the Ontario election.
Thank you, Gordon. And now I would like to call upon Mr. John Pownall to second the nomination and speak for a few words. John, please.
Thank you, Yan. It's my honor to second this nomination for Emily Lee. I've had the opportunity to meet with her. I think she's going to be an outstanding candidate, and I believe that she gives us the best opportunity to get rid of Reverend Billy. So Emily, this is the first night of our campaign. We're going to be working hard for the next 50 days for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at Queen's Park. Back to you, Yan.
Thank you, John. And now I declare the nomination is closed and declare Emily Lee duly nominated as the Ontario Liberal candidate for the riding of Markham Unionville. Congratulations, Emily Lee, and I would like to ask you to make a remark for the meeting.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And thank you, Yan, Brian, Michael, Amanda, and Gordon John for your kind words. It is truly an honor to be nominated as your Ontario Liberal candidate today for the great riding of Markham Unionville. 19 years ago, when I was a teenager, my parents made the decision to immigrate to Canada. My mom was an engineer and my dad was a taxi driver in China. They took a leap of faith and chose to raise their families in a new country, a country with a rich diversity that values quality and dignity for everyone. I am so proud of my parents and immensely grateful for the hard work, risks, and sacrifices they've taken in order to provide a better living for me and for my family. The last 2 years of the pandemic, however, have been particularly challenging. Small business owners like my mom have not been afforded economic dignity they deserve. Businesses like hers have provided services to our community and society for many years, but the Ford government has made it very difficult for small business owners to survive. My mom had to take on a second job just to keep her business afloat. My dad, on the other hand, he's a pretty tough guy. Upon arrival in Canada, he traded his taxi license to become a freight driver, regularly driving through snow-covered roads in the Rocky Mountains, only to traverse the scorching Nevada desert days later. And all of this to ensure that we have dinner on the table and eventually achieve our Canadian dream. After spending a lifetime behind the wheel, my dad started experiencing issues with his back and spine. Following numerous delays and back and forth with the doctors, my dad ended up in the emergency room, and the pain was just no longer bearable. This experience was the turning point for me in realizing the vulnerabilities of our healthcare system in times of crisis. This is one of the many reasons why I was motivated to put my name forward this election as your Ontario Liberal candidate for Markham Unionville. I am on a mission and I have a plan. My plan will help small business owners retain the economic dignity they deserve. My plan will help all the hardworking Ontarians find better solutions for an improved healthcare system. My plan will send our children are prepared for all the challenges of tomorrow and are given the tools to succeed. My plan will ensure seniors like my parents access the support they need. My plan will help women back into the workforce by ensuring our government provides additional affordable childcare facilities and spaces. My plan will help families reside in a safer community and curb the rise in racism, especially anti-Asian racism, something I have unfortunately experienced firsthand. I will fight for Markham Unionville, fight for the best tomorrow, and paint our writing red again. I cannot do this alone, and I look forward to meeting you all in person soon. Build our team and go knock on doors. And thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, and congratulations again. And now I would like to announce the end of the meeting. Please support Ontario Liberal Party and vote for Emily Lee. And for all the audiences, thank you for your support and good night.